Hey guys, welcome back to Click Academics. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to solve this exponential equation. So we have 4x squared over 16 to the power of x equals 64. Now, 16 is the same thing as 4 squared. So I'm actually going to replace 16 over here with 4 squared. So we have 4 squared to the power of x, and we have 4 to the power of x squared as our numerator. And 64, well, this is actually equal to 4 to the power of 3. So now, as you can see, all our terms are of the same base. We have terms that are all have bases of 4. So now, if we have something in the form a to the power of m to the power of n, this is actually the same thing as a to the power of m times n. Meaning 4 to the power of 2 to the power of x, this is the same thing as 4 to the power of 2 times x, or also known as 4 to the power of 2x. And our numerator is 4 to the power of x squared still. Now, if we have something in the form a to the power of m over a to the power of n, this is the same thing as a to the power of m minus n. So 4 to the power of x squared over 4 to the power of 2x, this is the same thing as 4 to the power of x squared minus 2x. And this is equal to 4 to the power of 3. Now, because these two terms have the same bases, then that also means that our exponents here, these two are the same as well, meaning x squared minus 2x is equal to 3. So now if I subtract 3 on both sides, I get x squared minus 2x minus 3 is equal to 0. So now, as you see, we have a simple quadratic equation. So I'm actually going to plug this into the quadratic formula. So negative b, well, b is negative 2, so negative of negative 2 is positive 2 plus or minus the square root of b squared, so negative 2 squared, which is 4, minus 4 times a is 1 times c is negative 3. Now, negative 4 times 1 is negative 4, and negative 4 times negative 3 is positive 12. So we have 4 plus 12, which is 16, and the square root of 16 is 4. So we have 2 plus or minus 4. And we are going to divide this by 2a. So a is 1, so we're dividing this by 2 times 1, which is 2. Now, this gives us two equations, or two expressions, 2 plus 4 over 2. 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So this is one solution. And we also have 2 minus 4 over 2. 2 minus 4 is negative 2. Negative 2 over 2 is negative 1. So negative 1 would also be another solution. So these are our two solutions to this problem. Welcome back to Click Academics. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to solve this exponential equation. So we have 81 to the power of x equals 27 to the power, we have 81 to the power of x minus 27 to the power of x equals 0. Now, what I'm first going to do is I'm going to change 81 to 3 to the power of 4. So I'm going to replace 81 with 3 to the power of 4. So now we have 3 to the power of 4 to the power of x minus, now I'm going to change 27 to 3 to the power of 3. So now we have 3 to the power of 3 to the power of x. And this is equal to 0. Now, if we have something in the form a to the power of m to the power of n, this is actually equal to a to the power of m times n. Meaning 3 to the power of 4 to the power of x, well, this would equal 3 to the power of 4 times x, or we could also write that as 4x, minus, now we're going to do the same thing over here, 3 to the power of 3 to the power of x. This is the same thing as 3 to the power of 3 times x, which is simply just 3x. Now this is equal to 0. Now I'm actually going to add 3 to the power of 3x on both sides. So now we get 3 to the power of 4x. These two cancel out. Equals 3 to the power of 3x. Now, because these two bases are the same, this also means that the exponents here are the same as well. Because if we have a to the power of b equals a to the power of c, this means that b is equal to c, meaning 4x is equal to 3x. So now if I divide by 3 on both sides, I get 4 over 3x is equal to x, meaning the only value that would fit this would be 0. So x is equal to 0. And as you can see, if we plug 0 in for this equation, we get 81 to the power of 0 minus 27 to the power of 0 equals 0. And anything to the power of 0 is 1. So we get 1 minus 1, which does equal 0.